down. Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Lauren J. Welcome if you're new, and I like to do get ready with me style videos with makeup that I either just picked up or haven't used for a while or just want to try out. So if you're into that, please stick around. Today, I have yet to bump my knee on my table yet, so that's a good sign. And we are also looking at the Viseart Violette Étendu Palette. So this is another one of their étendus. I picked this up in their holiday sale when they were having like 20 to 50% off of everything, and I believe this one was 30% off. And I picked this up along with the Paris Étoile and one of the new quads, the Lapis quad, and I also picked up the Lilas quad. So I decided to do a look with this today, and this is what came out. So I'm using some of these Stunner shimmers on here, and I think it came out really nicely. And I'm always trying to get myself to be more of a purple shadow person because I do think it looks really pretty. I'm just never sure how it looks with my eyes, if it accentuates them or if it just kind of is there. Anyway, this is the regular étendu packaging with the beautiful mirror and the 12 shades, 12 stunning shades. I'm going to do some quick swatches for you just because I haven't swatched all of these. I just played with them for the first time, but I have not even swatched all of them, so I'm going to do that right now. I believe that this palette is based on their Liaison palette, which is one of their 9 pans in the fancy metal packaging. I don't have that, but I know the shade Wink is in there and it's in a little bit different form. And I believe Liaison is in here. Yes, this is Liaison right here. And so we're just going to go across, and so you've got this top row of mattes, and I'm going to start out with this lightest matte, which is called Embrace. I'm going to go into blushing. Then Grenache. This is what I am wearing as my transition today. It's Grenache. And Fusion, which is the deepest one on the top. This is what I'm wearing under the eyes today. So there are the first 4 mattes, and I have still not learned that I need to leave more space. So it's gonna get tight from here on in. So there are 4 shimmers in this palette, and the next 3 in this row are all shimmers. So this one is Bisou. It's a nice, pretty taupey beigey basic shimmer, very pretty. It's what I have on my inner corner today. Then we have Wink, which is a silver with sort of a transparent base and a violet flip. Then we have Jezebel, which is what I have on my lid today. I do have Wink tapped on top of Jezebel, but this is like a bright fuchsia with a violet flip. And it's just so sparkly and stunning. And then we have the lavender called Liaison. This is a matte. Pretty pale lavender lilac-y shade. We have this sort of true purple matte here. This is called Haze. And then we have the final shimmer in the palette, and this is the namesake. This is called Violette. And it's just a nice satiny shimmer. Nothing too crazy. There is a little bit of dimensional sparkle in it when it hits the light. That's what I'm wearing on the outer part of my eyes today. Then we have this deep, vibrant purple matte called Passion. It's a very good name for it. And you can see how that one swatches. It's very, very vibrant. And with just enough room left, we have the very last deepest matte shade, and that is called Elderberry. And I also have that on the outer corner of my eye. But this is the beautiful Violette Étendu color story. I've actually wanted this palette for quite a while. I have put off buying it because I do have other purples in my collection. And I've, played around with those and just tried to see how I like purple, and I decided I liked it enough and couldn't stop thinking about it enough that when the Viseart holiday sale came around, I just couldn't resist. I had to add it to cart as I was adding other things to cart. So this is my very first look, my very first time playing with it. I have swatched Jezebel and Wink just a little bit before this. There goes my hair. I have swatched Jezebel and Wink just a little bit before this, just because they're beautiful dual chromes that I cannot keep my little grubby fingers out of. But they are absolutely beautiful shimmers, just like Viseart always does. This beautiful, like, transcendent, easy on the eye shimmers. And I think it's going to pair really well with some of the other palettes that I picked up. I did pick up the Lilas, so I think that some of the colors in there will pair very nicely with some of the shimmers and mattes in here. And I also think some of the Paris Etoile colors will pair very well. Plus, I think some of my other Étendu palettes will pair really well, so I can do some mixing and matching and creating my own Viseart palettes, which just sounds like fun. So I've been having a lot of fun with the brand lately, which is why you're seeing it so much on my channel, and just having fun playing and just doing easy breezy looks. So if you want to see how I got this look, and if you're interested to see more about how the shadows apply, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my extreme close-up once again. Got my nails did, so that's a thing. And today we're going to be focusing on playing with the Viseart Violette Étendu. So I'm just gonna get right into the look today. Nothing over the top, just something pretty and easy. I'm also going to be using the Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand just to pump up the shadows a little bit. So I've already prepped and primed on my brows, so literally all I have in front of me is the palette and my brush cup, some coffee, and this. So we're just gonna get into it and do a look. So I'm gonna start out in the crease with my transition, and start out with, I'm gonna use one of the mattes on the top row here. This is like the second deepest one, called Grenache. And this is a Sonia Kashuk crease brush that you can get at Target. And this is on an unset base. This is the Ulta Matte Eye Primer. That's really beautiful. I feel like it's much more purple leaning on my face than it is in pan. In pan it looks a lot browner, but at least in these lights, it seems to turn a little bit truer purple. Alright, so to deepen up the outer V, I'm going to go into the deepest matte in the palette. This one is called Elderberry. And I'm just going to concentrate that just on the outer V. And a little bit along the lash line on the outer part of the eye. Okay, so for shimmer, we're going to take a little bit of the namesake of the palette. This is Violette right here. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my ring finger and put it on the outside of my eye, a little bit over that elderberry that I just put on. Bring it just about to the midpoint of the lid. And it does look very sort of satiny on the eye, but when you do look at it in the light close up, you can see all of this sort of multicolored sparkle that's going on in there. It's really beautiful, but not just not too much. And then right in the center of the lid, we're gonna go with the sort of showstopper shade in here, which is called Jezebel. I'm just gonna take that again on my finger, and it's like this fuchsia with a purple twist. Absolutely stunning in pan, just beautiful duochrome. So bright. And that's just with the finger. It has like this inner glow to it. And it's playing really well with the shade on the outer part of the eye. So it's playing really well with Violette, obviously. Okay, so on the inner corner, I'm going to take a bit of this Bisou right here. Then I'm going to take this Zoeva 227 and I'm going to take the lightest shade, the lightest matte here called Embrace, and I'm just going to soften the edges and brighten up by the brow bone. So I think that looks really, really pretty. So you can see the shades on their own applied with the finger. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on top with a bit of the Pat McGrath Artistry, Intensifies Artistry wand. This is like there's a little button on the bottom and it's like a triangle. So you just put it on your eye. I'm just going to put a little bit of that over Jezebel and put a little bit more Jezebel on just to see how much you can amp this up. I'm just going to go back in with Jezebel right over the top of that. So you can see a bit how that just intensifies the color by adding a little bit of like stickiness to the base. Plus I'm putting a layer on top of a layer, so obviously you're gonna get more pigment. But yeah, that really amps it up. You can see more of the violet shift under that pink. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of Wink, which is the silver with a bit of the purple reflect in it, and I'm going to put that right on the center of the eye because I do want a little bit more definition right on the center of the eye. Just because that shift in Jezebel is so strong. So I think that just adds a little something extra. Okay, so I have my base and I have powder. So today we are going to be using the Physicians Formula times Weylie Butter Palette. I love this palette. It is not new, but I absolutely adore it. I'm going to be using the Sunset Bronzer, and I'm going to be using the Wildflower Blush because it's got this lovely mauvey purple tone into it. For highlight, I'm going to go back to my About Face Stay in Bed highlight powder. Then to do a little bit under my eyes, I'm going to go into this deepest matte on the top row. This is called Fusion. So I think that just nicely rounds out the look. And then I'm going to go in and do my mascara. Okay, a bit of Anastasia Dewy Set just to mix all the powders together. And then in honor of my red mani today, I am going to go in with a bright red lip. This is the color Wish List. It has a little beagle on the front. This is from the Sephora Lipstories Holiday Vibes Holiday Set. So this is number 100. It is a matte, vibrant red lipstick. So I'm going to start off with some liner. This is from number 7. This is the Ruby Slippers Red lip liner. This came in their 12 Days in Oz advent calendar from last year. Here's the lipstick. So I think that's a nice vibrant blue red that goes really well with the purple look. So that is it for the look. Gonna take the hair down and you'll see me in just a minute. So I did a thing with my hair. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's just cute. We're gonna roll with it. Anyway, this is my look with the Viseart Violette Étendu. Let me know how you think purples work for me, or not. I think it came out really pretty. I'm always kind of hesitant as to how purples are going to look with my blue eyes, but these ones seem to do very nicely. And again, I am wearing the Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand with the shade Jezebel on the lid, just for a little bit of amping up. And then with that nice red lip, which leans a little blue, I think it looks really pretty. I don't normally rock this type of red lip, but today we're gonna do it for the video. So I might even go out with this if I don't get lipstick on the teeth. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you've picked anything up from Viseart, if you have the Violette Étendu, or if you picked up any of the new holiday palettes. Really would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any of those would be great, and any of them would be welcome. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.